Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of my new weekly wrestling show, LTV Afterhour, which gets published every Sunday on Lemoncookie TV. Was supposed to go online a little bit earlier today and was supposed to have a different content, a different format. I wanted to have finished uploading the tournament until now, but I only could upload the first round because it was just so much content. I had scheduling issues, and therefore I couldn't make it. The tournament is over, but I haven't recorded more than round 1. Therefore, on this new show, I will first finish the tournament. I will present to you new LTV content from my virtual wrestling league LTV every Sunday. Starting right now, we have round 2 yet to publish, to show you. In round 2, we have 12 matches only, because we had 44 victories and 20 time limit draws in round 1. 20 wrestlers got a bye and automatically qualified for my roster. So I will give the other 24 men the chance to qualify for my roster in these 12 matches. I will show you 6 of these 12 matches right now, and the other 6 matches of round 2 next week. And the losers will never be on LTV Afterhour again. They will not make it to my roster. This is still a qualifying round for my show, so to speak. So I start with the first 6 matches of round 2. I had a draw, and I will get to that in a moment. And here we are, round 2. Macho Man Randy Savage takes on Rob Van Dam. Round 2, I didn't change anything. I increased the time limit from 15 minutes to up to 20 minutes, so we probably won't have so many time limit draws in round 2. Probably, hopefully. Nothing else has changed. RVD, he defeated Finn Balor in round 1. Randy Savage defeated Andrade in round 1. 20 men were lucky and got a bye, not having to wrestle to make it to round 3. These 2 men have to fight each other to make it to round 3. And the match starts right now. Let's see who can earn a spot on my roster. The loser will be eliminated. Of course, Captain Obvious just sent me a text message to tell me that the loser will be eliminated and the loser will not make it to my roster. The winner, however, will have a permanent spot on the LTV roster for my upcoming show, LTV Afterhour. RVD throwing the Macho Man to the outside. Drop Toho to start things off. Suplex attempt, but the Macho Man slips out of it. I think these 2 men never cross paths anywhere in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I cannot remember ever seeing this match, ever reading about this match, ever hearing about this match. I think this is the first time ever Randy Savage against Rob Van Dam. Back elbow by the Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Rob Van Dam with a hip toss takedown. And remember, just because we have 5 more minutes doesn't mean that you should waste time. I think we will see time limit draws in round 2. Probably not so many. We had almost 30% time limit draws in round 1. 20 matches ended with a time limit draw. Of these 64 matches, only 44 men were able to win. Therefore, we have few matches in the second round. I think we will at least have 1 or 2 time limit draws in this round as well. Scoop slam by the Macho Man as 2.5 minutes have passed. And a scoop slam by Van Dam. Has not hit any of these high-flying maneuvers yet that we know him for. Flurry of punches by Savage. And a gut-wrench suplex. Macho Man can wrestle a variety of styles. He can certainly go... you can certainly hit RVD with some high-flying moves as well. His finishing maneuver, of course, the patented flying elbow from the top rope. First cover of the match, referee Mike Yoda only with a 1 count, almost a 2 count. Savage with a belly-to-back suplex. As 4 minutes had passed, but Van Dam with that drop toe hold once again, grounding things. Solid wrestling start here by Van Dam. Not many flashy, exciting high-flying moves here. Back kick to the midsection. Hooks the leg, goes for the cover, but Randy Savage kicks out. Farm shot to the back. Snapmare takedown. Slow pace here in the early goings of the match. 5 minutes gone and now both men start to hit each other with kicks and fists. Macho Man wins that exchange, runs to the ropes, and it's a stiff knee drop to the chest of Van Dam. The rest of the rules haven't changed. We have a 20 count on the outside. A pile driver by Macho Man. Randy Savage spikes Van Dam on his head, hooks the leg. And almost a 3 count. That pile driver hit Van Dam hard. He might get neck problems from that, but now hitting a front face lock, elbow to the spine of the Macho Man. And now going for a release German suplex by Rob Van Dam as he goes to the center of the ring to relax a little bit, to catch a breath. But Macho Man quickly able to get back to the ring. Rob Van Dam, very fundamentally sound style here to the beginning. Fireman's carries, basic wrestling by Rob Van Dam, something we're not used to see from him. That's more his usual style. Martial arts kicks, stiff kick to the forehead. Arm drag, now he goes to the top rope. No, and hitting the 5-star frog splash. He hit the 5-star frog splash. He hurt himself, but he hit that move. Is that already it? No, Macho Man able to get back up. That took too long. Belly to back suplex by Savage. Runs to the ropes again, but Van Dam able to get back to his feet. Forearm shot. Knocks Van Dam down. Van Dam, he hit that 5-star frog splash. But luckily for Savage, he was in the ropes, so Van Dam had to waste a little time to get him out of there. Multiple forearm shots with that left hand by Savage. Probably won't see a time limit on this one. The intensity gets increased, the pace gets increased, spinning like lariat to the back of the head by Rob Van Dam. And he's going back to the top. No, but he saw the Macho Man coming back to his feet, so he came back down again. Gut-wrench suplex again by Savage. So we're getting closer to halftime here. 9.5 minutes. Almost gone here. Another gut-wrench by the Macho Man. Now he goes to the top rope once he hit his flying elbow. No. Oh, flying crossbody. Hits Van Dam, but Van Dam had his foot on the rope. I thought he was gonna go for that elbow drop, but as I said, Macho Man knows how to fly, doing that crossbody, and Van Dam back suplex as half of the time is over. But I think both men don't have much left in the tank here. I think we will. Oh my god, what a flurry of martial arts kicks here by Van Dam on the Macho Man, who keeps on hitting these gut-wrench suplexes. Irish whip by Van Dam and a spinning heel kick to the chin of Savage. Snapmare by Savage. A body slam. And he poses, flexes his muscles to the crowd. And both men collide. Face first, head first. No winner yet, and another release German by Van Dam. Throwing Macho Man to the outside. What is Van Dam doing? What is Van Dam doing? Oh my god, Topi to the Macho Man. Hit that Topi. But Savage once again able to hit that. No, he's got a chair. He's got a chair. Picks Van Dam up, but goes back to the center of the ring. Swings with that chair, but misses. Kick to the midsection. And another 5-star frog splash. This time Macho Man is not in the ropes. He's not in the ropes. This has gotta be it. And Randy Savage has been eliminated. Rob Van Dam, 12 minutes, 56 seconds. He defeats the Macho Man. What is he doing? Oh, I thought he was gonna go for another 5-star frog splash. This match gets 91%. Randy Savage has been eliminated, and I welcome Rob Van Dam to the LTV roster. He has made it to round 3. And now in this match, Dominik Dijakovic, one of only 3 men of NXT to make it out of round 1, against the heart and soul of ECW, Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer, he defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in the first round. Dominik Dijakovic already beat one ECW guy in round 1 when he defeated Shane Douglas. As usual, 20-minute time limit. Dijakovic certainly has the size and strength advantage, the youth advantage. Very strong, very big man, but also very athletic for a man of his size. But he fights the heart and soul of ECW, Tommy Dreamer. You will rarely find a man with more heart and passion for this industry than Tommy Dreamer. Suplex attempt by Dijakovic gets reversed into a suplex by Tommy Dreamer. Both men with impressive victories in round 1. Now Dijakovic with the Irish whip and a tilt-a-whirl slam. On Dreamer in the first pinfall already after 1.5 minutes. Doesn't want to waste any time against the veteran Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer gets suplexed here with a belly-to-belly overhead throw by Dijakovic. He once again goes for the cover. He wants to finish this early. This is a marathon, not a sprint, so he wants to save energy for the remaining matches. But don't, as I can't say it often enough, don't underestimate Tommy Dreamer. Backbreaker now by Dijakovic. Dijakovic should focus on winning this match and not already be thinking about the next rounds. Another backbreaker. He's taunting to the crowd. He's playing with fans. Should focus on this match. Dreamer and Dijakovic exchanging right hands, and Tommy Dreamer, he can absorb so much punishment, and he can also hit you very hard in the head. But Dijakovic is the first one back to his feet. But Dreamer keeps on punching him. 3.5 minutes have passed. High intensity here. This is turning into a slugfest, a brawl. Both men punching each other, but Dijakovic once again with a belly-to-belly overhead suplex. And Dreamer with a follow-away slam, beautifully done. Now Dijakovic going for a sit-down powerbomb, and Dreamer, I thought he was gonna grab the ropes, but he kicks out at 2. This doesn't look like a time limit draw candidate as well. Another belly-to-belly overhead suplex by Dominik Dijakovic, who has the upper hand in this one. But Dreamer keeps on fighting. Both men collide there. 5 minutes have passed. Still have 15 minutes left on the clock. You need to get used to that after so many time limit draws in round 1. Irish whip by Dreamer to the corner. What was he planning there? Dijakovic with a spinning heel kick to the face of Tommy Dreamer. Now working the arm. Left arm of Dreamer. Attacking various body parts, but Dreamer fights back with a simple punch, clobbering chop. And Dijakovic suplexes Dreamer out of the ring. We didn't have a single count out victory in round 1, but we came very close a couple of times. Back body drop by Dreamer. As this match gets more interesting, another follow-away slam by the hardcore legend. And oh my god, what was that? Dijakovic, look at the quickness. That senton splash on Dreamer. This agility, how he jumped to the top rope. And now chokeslam. One of the classic big man moves, a chokeslam. But look at the diversity in his offense. First jumping up the top rope with that move and then hitting a chokeslam. But Dreamer is not giving up. Backbreaker by Dijakovic. Not even close to the 10-minute mark. I think we will have a winner in this match. Another backbreaker. Tommy Dreamer, he can receive an ass kicking. Big boot. Dijakovic, he says he's gonna finish the match now. He throws Dreamer out and relaxes in the center of the ring. But Dreamer, he gets a weapon. We have seen that in the match between RVD and Sergis. Dreamer swings but misses, but we have disqualifications here. But we have seen in round 1, the referees don't take these disqualifications too serious. We saw a couple of times that weapons were used in round 1, and now Dijakovic almost with the victory, 2.9. But Dreamer able to get the shoulder up. Nobody has hit each other with a chair yet, but the chair is still lying in the ring. Side Russian leg sweep by Tommy Dreamer. On the sidewalk slam. Dreamer is a very, very solid wrestler. He can beat you without weapons, but he can also, of course, defeat you with weapons. So that chair is making me a little bit nervous here. And Dreamer now with the Death Valley driver but Dijakovic just pops back up. He completely ignored that move. But Dreamer, what is Dreamer doing? Oh my god, he plants him face first on the chair. Dreamer plants him on the chair. And now Spinebuster, sit down Spinebuster into the cover. Oh my god, I thought this was it. Dijakovic, he landed face first on the chair. But he's not defeated yet. Knee strike by Dreamer. Dreamer's getting the upper hand here. And now going once again for the Death Valley driver to Dijakovic. Is this gonna be it? No, he doesn't go for the pinfall, and Dijakovic already able to fight back. Now Dreamer wants to end the match with a big move, going for a superplex, and hits it with authority. 8 minutes left here, and plenty of time to finish this match, as Dreamer is now... Oh no, what the hell? Sit down powerbomb by Dijakovic. And he wins. 12 minutes 30 seconds, about as long as the match between Van Dam and Savage. Dijakovic goes on to round 3, and is on my roster. Tommy Dreamer got eliminated from the Lemoncookie Classic Tournament. Very intense, interesting, hard-hitting match here. 78% match evaluation. And now Eddie Guerrero takes on Samoa Joe. As I said in the draw, I'm not sure if we have ever seen this match. Ever. Maybe this is the first time ever. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat against Samoa Joe. Snapmare takedown. Of course, Eddie Guerrero, the much smaller man, but I don't need to tell you about the qualities of Latino Heat here. Samoa Joe, the body slam on Guerrero. Samoa Joe, he defeated Rusev in round 1. Eddie Guerrero in a very great match defeated Spike Dudley. Who will join the LTV roster? I'm completely neutral, and even if I wouldn't be, I would not be sure who would be my favorite here. Knife edge chop by Joe. Body slam by Eddie. Eddie Guerrero, he knows how to beat bigger men. He won the WWE title from Brock Lesnar. He will lie, cheat, and steal if he has to. But he can also beat you by out-wrestling you, simply. Body slam by Guerrero. He's very strong for a man of his size. But Samoa Joe, on the other hand, very agile for a man of his size. And Guerrero with the elbow to the back of Joe. Knife edge chop. Both men taking it slow in the first minutes here. Suplex by Samoa Joe. And a snap suplex. I think Eddie Guerrero's speed hit the ropes, which added further damage to the move. Joe with a simple knee strike. Both men have traveled the world. Oh my god, what a powerful chop here by Samoa Joe. Shades of Water, who got eliminated in round 1. Body slam by Eddie. Big suplex attempt, but Guerrero slips out of it. Snapmare. Oh, and he jumps on the face. Off Joe. Body slam. Oh, drags him to the center. Hits an elbow to the back. Joe simply attacking the ribs of Eddie Guerrero here. Body slam now. 5 minutes gone, and a T-bone suplex by Samoa Joe to increase the intensity at the 5-minute mark here. And now a duel of chops and uppercuts. And Joe winning that exchange, and now going for an STF. STF. Joe knows how to use submission moves, but Eddie was able to get out of it. And Joe starting to feel even more confident than he usually already does. Snapmare by Eddie. Slight advantage goes to Samoa Joe here, in my opinion, in the first 6.5 minutes of the match. And now once again the STF. He wants to choke out Eddie Guerrero. We didn't see too many submission victories in round 2. I think only 2 matches ended via submission. And Samoa Joe was one of these 2 men. I just remembered. He defeated Rusev with the Boston Crab. Now Eddie Guerrero with the T-bone and a cover. Only 1 count. No. Oh my god. Eddie blocked the punch and with a knockout punch. Boxing style by Guerrero, but Joe already back up. Already fighting back. And now the coquina clutch on Eddie Guerrero. Will Eddie Guerrero pass out or tap out? Or will he? How is Eddie supposed to get out of that move? Oh, he somehow punched Joe to the head and got out of that hold. Eddie Guerrero fighting out of variation of painful submission moves here. As Samoa Joe is controlling this match. Throws out Eddie with ease. Catches his breath in the center of the ring. Not even half of the time is over. And Joe looks like he's playing with Eddie. Snap suplex once again. But of course Eddie Guerrero knows how to take an ass kick. He knows how to come back when people least expect it. Drags him to the center. Eddie Guerrero knows so many different styles. He knows how to fly, he knows how to brawl, he knows how to wrestle. But the same can be said for Joe, but maybe Joe, yeah, the exception of Joe, probably not an high flyer. But as I said, Joe goes to the second rope and hits a Samoan drop off the second rope to Eddie Guerrero. Half of the time is over, 10 minutes left. It looks like Samoa Joe wants to win this match via submission, but Eddie wants... Oh, thought Eddie was gonna go for a similar move, superplex or something like that, but Samoa Joe simply dumps him out of the ring. Eddie gets elbow to the head. Elbows Joe to the head. Irish whip to the ropes. And a Samoan drop by, Samoa Joe. Another Boston Crab. He beat Rusev with that move in round 1. Will Eddie Guerrero give up? Samoa Joe with a variety of submission moves, but Eddie Guerrero giving up is rarely in his arsenal. Guerrero with the suplex to Joe. So we have 8.5 minutes left on the clock here. Arm drag by Latino Heat. From facelock elbow. But Joe already back on the offense, hitting a flying punch to the corner, Manhattan drop, and a fist to the ribs. Samoa Joe in control. Oh, what was he planning there? What was he thinking? Eddie Guerrero takes advantage and suplexes him out of the ring. But Joe instantly getting back up and going back to the ring. Knee lifts. Arm drag by Eddie. T-bone suplex. Now more and more time is passing. I thought this was also not going to be a time limit draw, but this could be turned into a war of nutrition here. Who still has something left in the tank? Samoa Joe, obviously, but now what is Eddie doing? Oh my god, he jumps over the top rope and hitting Samoa Joe. Punches him. What a high-risk maneuver by Eddie Guerrero. Goes back to the ring. 10, but we don't have a 10 count here. This could, normal WWE rules, this would have been a count-out victory. Irish whip and a Samoan drop by Joe. Eddie Guerrero, he caught him by surprise when he, with full force, jumped over that top rope to hit that dive to the outside. Chops and uppercuts. 15 minutes are over. In round 1, this would have been a time limit draw. And Joe with a lariat to Eddie. But Eddie with a dropkick. Another dropkick. So we are slowly but carefully running out of time. Samoa Joe charges, misses. Eddie with the Hurricane Rana. Will he go for a frog splash? No. He's thinking. He's got other plans. Snapmare. Only 4 minutes left. Irish whip gets reversed. Samoa Joe holds onto the ropes. Eddie with the... going for the 3 amigos. 3 amigos. Oh my god, 3 amigos by Eddie Guerrero. And adding 3 more amigos. Amigos. 4, 5, and 6 here. And now going for the first cover, I think, of the match. And he beats Joe. 16 minutes, 55 seconds. Eddie Guerrero beats Samoa Joe. Oh my god. I did not expect that the way the match started. Joe maybe got too cocky, maybe too confident. And Eddie Guerrero too resilient. 94% match evaluation. Eddie Guerrero wins and earns a spot on my roster. Baron Corbin. He defeated Billy Kidman in round 1. And he certainly won't have anything to make fun of size-wise against the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Adam Cole in round 1. And now the Ultimate Warrior goes one-on-one with King Corbin. King Corbin wants to win yet another tournament, but he has to defeat the former WWE Champion, the Ultimate Warrior. This is one of the rare occasions where the size and strength advantage doesn't really go to King Corbin. But King Corbin does not have to hide against the Ultimate Warrior. Both men very big, very powerful, very intense, and starting the match as you could have expected with punches and simple brawling. No, Corbin attacking the arm, and already a pile driver after a minute. But Corbin able to get back, hitting punches and blows, wrecks the eye of the Warrior, and now going for the bear hug. He didn't care about that pile driver, but the Warrior grabs the ropes, gets slammed to the outside, and Corbin says, "Come on." And back to the center of the ring. Baron Corbin breaks the eye twice, but that suplex attempt gets blocked by the Ultimate Warrior. And a second pile driver by the Warrior. Missed with a clothesline. Now the Gorilla Press Slam already on Corbin. The Ultimate Warrior wants to end this quickly, but gets suplexed out of the ring by King Corbin. And he's getting a chair. King Corbin with a chair. He swings but misses. Irish whip to the corner. And now the slugfest begins. Fists and forearms. Who's winning that exchange? The Ultimate Warrior does. And now he's choking Corbin. King Corbin played dirty early. He wrecked the eye multiple times. He got a chair. And the Warrior is losing his patience. He's getting more aggressive. Gets whipped to the ropes. And the Bossman Slam by King Corbin. Only a 2 count. Irish whip and a back elbow by the Ultimate Warrior. The Hall of Famer. Punches Baron Corbin. Corbin working on the arm of the Warrior. 5 minutes gone, 15 minutes left on the clock here. Suplex, simple suplex by Corbin, back suplex. Keeps on raking the eye. The Warrior bites back with the right hands and now hitting a flying shoulder block. Corbin able to get back to his feet quickly up. Then now running power slam by Corbin to the Ultimate Warrior. And oh, counter. He was going for a belly to back suplex, but the Warrior drags him to the center and hitting that big splash. He beat Hulk Hogan with that move, but Corbin already back up. But the Warrior hitting a third pile driver. Only 6.5 minutes have passed and hitting a second splash. And this has gotta be it. But Corbin, look at Corbin. He's already back to his feet. He got big splash twice. Pile driven 3 times. And hitting that downward spiral. That variation of the end of days on the Warrior. Sidewalk slam. And yeah, nobody's surprised that Baron Corbin is exhausted. He has to catch his breath. But hitting another running power slam on the Ultimate Warrior. Big boot by Corbin. And Now the Warrior once again with a pile driver. Not much variation to the offense of the Ultimate Warrior, but very powerful maneuvers. The pile driver, a move that used to be banned for many years in WWE. For good reason. Hip toss by the Ultimate Warrior. Now he's going for that big splash for the third time. Instantly going to the cover, but Corbin still able to kick out. What does it have to take to beat this man? What does the Ultimate Warrior have to do to beat King Corbin? King Corbin opening many eyes, a back body drop. Didn't want to get power driven on his head once again. And now, oh my god, what a move by Baron Corbin. Goes for the cover, he planted him on his head. But the Ultimate Warrior kicks out. Oh, the referee went down. The referee's busted wide open. Mike Chioda's busted wide open. Will Corbin use the chair now? The referee's bleeding. We need a new referee. 10 minutes gone, but the referee's down. The referee's bleeding. But the referee's back up. Mike Chioda. Mike Chioda is bleeding on the forehead. But the match can continue. Mike Chioda can keep on officiating this match. Gorilla press land by the Warrior, and once again the big splash. But Corbin just gets up. Baron Corbin is turning into Hulk Hogan in front of our eyes here. Back body drop. But Corbin, look at the resiliency. Lariat by Corbin. 8.5 minutes left. Will we see this 3 count here? Flying shoulder block, and the Ultimate Warrior once again going for the big splash, but Corbin gets back up. The Warrior is getting excited, and it's the big splash, and now this has to be over. And it is. 12 minutes 2 seconds. The Ultimate Warrior advances to round 3. But what a hell of a match against King Corbin, who got eliminated. 89% match evaluation. This was certainly very intense big man matchup. Mankind, he defeated Grand Metalik in round 1. Kevin Nash, he defeated Balls Mahoney in round 1. 2 veterans who played important roles in the Monday Night Wars. Mankind against the man formerly known as Diesel, Kevin Nash. And Mike Chioda, he got busted open in one of our previous matches, but still able to keep on officiating here. He's a true professional. Who's gonna win the match between these two veterans, these two former world champions, these two Hall of Famers? Mankind, Mick Foley against Kevin Nash. This is not gonna be a 5-star wrestling match, but could be very intense and interesting main event style wrestling match. These two know how to play with the crowd, they know how to brawl, and this will certainly be a hard-hitting demonstration here. Clobbering blow to the back by Mrs. Foley's baby boy here. Kevin Nash, as in most matches, certainly with the size advantage. Knee lift here. Probably Mick Foley the better catch-can wrestler. Very underrated wrestler. People most of the time only remember his hardcore stuff, but forget the fact that Mick Foley can wrestle if he wants to. Maybe that could be an advantage against big sexy Kevin Nash here. Body slam, and now they're going to the outside. Mick Foley once again. This has been a trend in round 2 here. The wrestlers like to grab chairs and a suplex, but I think he missed the chair. But in none of these matches yet, the weapons were successfully used, but they tried a lot of times, which is weird for a tournament in which disqualifications can take place. But you saw in round 1 the referees don't disqualify easily. We haven't seen a disqualification, but we have seen a lot of weapon use in round 1. The referees are very tolerant in that regard. Kevin Nash, he likes to slow things down. Maybe this could be a candidate for a 20-minute time limit draw. Mankind can absorb a lot of punishment, and Kevin Nash not known for a high pace. in his matches. Blow to the back, so we're getting closer to the 5-minute mark. Foley gets suplex with that belly to back by Nash. Swinging neckbreaker by Mankind. 5 minutes gone. Not that much has happened yet. If there's a candidate for a 20-minute time limit draw, it could be this one. I don't want to say that too early. Clothesline to the corner by Kevin Nash. Mankind working the arm. And side headlock to a straight fist. Very methodical, old school wrestling match that we're seeing here. Elbow to the back by Foley and a sidewalk slam. Vintage Kevin Nash here. Short arm clothesline. Irish whip to the ropes and a big boot by Nash. But Foley now with a jumping knee strike to Nash. Gets elbowed in the face and punched to the ribs. Bring blow to the back. Whip to the corner. And now Nash going for maybe the jackknife power, and hits the jackknife powerbomb. Forget about the time limit draw. This match is over. No, Foley kicks out. 2.9. That jackknife powerbomb hit him as hard as possible. Sidewalk slam, but Foley fights back. This man was thrown out there in the cell not once, not twice, but 3 or 4 times in his career. Now exchanging fists with Nash, and Nash simply kicks him to the face with that big leg, that big boot. Jabs by Nash, turning this into a boxing match. Knee lift, but Foley can take an ass kicking probably more than anyone in the history of the business. It's not that easy to eliminate McFoley. Headlock, bulldog takedown by Foley. But Nash, he took the move, but it's the first one back to his feet. Swinging neckbreaker by Foley. Both men certainly not the quickest, but that doesn't matter. I have to change my mind. I don't think this will be a time limit draw. Both men have increased the intensity. Now Foley with that double arm DDT, but he's not able to go for cover. Nash, once again, the first one back to his feet. Up on the mandible claw, the mandible claw. No, Mr. Soccer right now. Mandible claw out of nowhere. Bray Wyatt won the match. No, well, sorry, I didn't say Bray Wyatt. Mankind. He had one of the few submission victories in round 1 with that move. Not the Fiend. The Fiend got eliminated. Kevin Nash attacking the arm of Foley. About 8.5 minutes left. Both men attacking the arm of their opponent. Flying clothesline by Foley. Foley needs to take a breath. Catch a breath. And once again the mandible claw. Mr. Soccer was left at home. But the mandible claw, will he win via submission once again? No, Nash somehow. I don't know how you should get out of that move. But Nash made it possible. Escape for the second time out the mandible claw. And you see how exhausted Kevin Nash is, and both men simply collide with each other. 7.5 minutes left. Not much left in the tank, it seems. Kevin Nash needs to catch his breath here. He tells Mankind to suck it. Snap suplex. Mankind's WWE title win played a significant role in the Monday Night Wars. Will the classic WWF defeat the classic WCW once again in this part? Double arm DDT by Foley. And now he's going for the cover. No, Kevin Nash somehow got the shoulder up at 2.9. 6 minutes left. Talk about a possible time limit draw. I'm not sure what to think. I changed my mind here a few times during this match. Irish whip and a big boot by Kevin Nash. Double X handle to the back. Big boot once again. Simple but effective offense here by Nash. Short arm clothesline once again. In the first round this would have been a time limit draw, but not in round 2. 50 minutes have passed. And the third double arm DDT by Foley. But he's too exhausted to go for the cover in one. Oh, Nash gets back to his feet, but he's still dizzy. Disco's clothesline misses. Side Russian leg sweep. 4 minutes left. Another short arm clothesline by Kevin Nash. Foley with a simple headlock and a fist. Certainly no 5-star catches. Catch Can Classic here. But the crowd is still excited. You can hear the excitement in the air here. And now Nash going for the jackknife powerbomb once again. And now Foley. This has to be it. Yeah. 17 minutes, 8 seconds. Mick Foley got eliminated. Kevin Nash tells Mick Foley to suck it. As Big Sexy makes it to round 3. Foley is out of the Lemoncookie Classic Tournament, but what a match. 94% match evaluation. Kevin Nash victorious. One of the matches I was most excited about in round 2, excuse me. Randy Orton the Viper against Bret the Hitman Hart. Randy Orton defeated Ricochet in round 1. Bret Hart defeated Roddy Piper in round 1. Both men faced competitors they were already familiar with in round 1. And now this is the first time ever matchup, the Hitman against Randy Orton. A match that certainly belongs in the Fantasy Dream Match category. Pissed by the Viper, will the Legend Killer strike again and add another legend to his list of victims? Running knee strike by the Hitman. Orton hangs onto the ropes. Slap to that by Bret Hart. Drop toe hold by Hart. Clubbering blow by Orton. As for the cover, so far no time limit draws in round 2. This could certainly be a candidate. Two of the most decorated men in history. Especially Orton likes to work at a slower pace. Likes to use rest holds, submission holds. So the face by the Hitman, but the Hitman tries to surprise Orton with that pinfall, but only 1 count. Once again, referee Mike Yoda calling this 20-minute time limit matchup. Fist to the face, and a headbutt by the Hitman. Slow pace as you could have expected here in the early goings of this match, by the back body drop by Orton. And then atomic drop by Bret Hart. Gets countered by a body slam of Orton. Body slam. Both men will certainly be a valuable addition to the LTV roster. Hitman goes for the cover once again. Irish whip gets reversed by Orton. And he keeps on hitting body slams on Bret Hart. Now he goes for the cover. Only 1 count. Neither man has absorbed enough damage yet. Has received enough damage. Now they're exchanging uppercuts and punches. Both men go to the ground. Orton, first one, back to his feet. Keeps on kicking the left knee of the Hitman. Now hits a back suplex. And once again goes after the knee. Maybe he's thinking about a potential submission move to the left knee of the Hitman. Headlock, a simple punch, and a swinging neckbreaker. Now, once again, back body drop. Both men had successful fathers in the wrestling business. Cowboy Bob Orton and Stu Hart, two of the most decorated wrestling families. Well done, the Harts and the Ortons. Drop toe. Oh no! Orton goes the dirty way, kicks him in the guts, in the balls. That meal kick, and now the DDT. Vintage Randy Orton there. Irish whip to the corner as the Hitman is not impressed, and the Hitman is going for the 10 punches in the corner. I think these were only 5, but that should be enough for Bret Hart. He goes to the other corner and makes it up to 10 there. 5 punches in the left corner, 5 punches in the right corner. But Orton, the slap, still very low pace here. Old school like matchup. But who can be surprised if you look who's wrestling there? DDT by Randy Orton. Paying tribute to the Snake, Jake Roberts. Drop toe once again by the Hitman, who can certainly out wrestle Randy Orton. Not that I want to say that Randy Orton is a bad wrestler. Not at all, but the Hitman, one of the best pure technical wrestlers in the history of the wrestling business. Everybody knows that. Both men multiple-time world heavyweight champions. Backbreaker by the Hitman, and he goes to the top rope and hits a flying elbow but misses. This is unusual for the Hitman to go to the top rope. He sometimes hits that elbow off the second rope, but not off the top rope. And Orton with the RKO! RKO! Orton with the RKO, he posed for it, but the Hitman already gets back up. Side Russian leg sweep by Orton. He hit the RKO, but the Hitman somehow able to get back up. T-bone by Orton. The adrenaline rush made it possible for the Hitman to get back up after getting hit by the RKO. Orton, he starts stomping various body parts here, and he goes for another RKO, but this time the Hitman able to avoid it. Hitman avoids it as we are getting closer, as we reach the 10-minute mark. 10 minutes left. And now clothesline by the Hitman. Will he go for the sharpshooter maybe? Orton likes to pose for the crowd here. He's getting too cocky, too arrogant, and the Hitman taking advantage of that. Now punch to the back of the head. Irish whip. And a power slam. Vintage Orton once again. And another RKO. Second RKO, but Orton maybe too exhausted, but Hitman already able to get back up. Swinging neckbreaker on top. But I think 2 RKOs could be enough here. Another swinging neckbreaker. Orton definitely in control here. But the Hitman still able to fight back. Hooks the leg now. Try to surprise Orton there. Another T-bone by Orton, who is dominating this match. But Hitman always able to hit these drop toe holds. And Orton once again kicks him to the balls. Orton likes to play dirty and hitting an Olympic slam. I'm not sure if he has ever hit that move. Now we're going to the outside. 12.5 minutes. Most matches ended around this mark in the second round so far. Orton with a clothesline. And he's not going for a cover. He could have ended this match already maybe. Backbreaker by the Hitman. And now the Hitman is posing for the crowd. And going for the sharpshooter in the center of the ring. Will Orton tap out? Will he reach the ropes? He's not moving. Oh my god, the leg strength of Orton. Somehow able to release the hold. But Hart with a spinebuster, and once again the sharpshooter. Once again the sharpshooter. Will Orton tap out? Orton is in pain. Hitman is torturing the Viper, but somehow he's still able to get out of it. And another RKO. The third RKO. This time he buried the move a little bit. Goes for the cover. And the Hitman still able to kick out after 3 RKOs. The slugfest begins. And the Hitman with a dropkick. But Orton with a lariat. Both men go to the floor. Orton, first one up again. But the Hitman with that fist. Oh, running shoulder block. This match certainly not disappointing. Back and forth wrestling here. 15 minutes have passed. No time on the draw here. But now the Hitman with the pile driver. Running to the ropes. And I thought he was going to go for a big elbow drop. But Orton able to get back up in time and in the shoulder block on the Hitman. Beautiful match here. Side Russian leg sweep by the Hitman, who keeps on fighting back. Maybe he should go for a cover. I don't think Randy Orton will submit here, but maybe Orton will pass out if the Hitman once again is able to lock him in that sharpshooter. Backbreaker by the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. Irish whip to the corner. Another Manhattan drop by the Hitman. And there's another spinebuster. He drags him away from the ropes and for the third time hits him in the sharpshooter. Will Orton give up? No. Look at the leg strength. For the third time he's able to get out of that move. How many men in the history have done this? And now we're getting closer to the 17.5 minute mark. This is so far the longest match in round 2. Hitman throws him to the outside. What are they doing here? We have only about 2 minutes left here. Will this be the first time limit draw? Swinging neckbreaker by Orton. 2 minutes left. 18 minutes have passed. Orton with another DDT. But he's not going for the cover, and look at that, the Hitman always able to hit those drop toe holds. This happened like 4 or 5 or 6 times in this match already. Time is running out. The first time that I have to say this in round 2. Orton with a clothesline. But he's once again the Hitman hitting a DDT now. Last minute of the match. Time is running out. Time is running out. The Hitman with the atomic drop. Cover him. You don't have any more time left. Don't have time left. What is the Hitman doing? Another DDT. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. DDT by Orton, and now he has to go for a cover. Do it. Go cover him. No. We have seen this too many times in round 1. Both men somehow ignoring the clock. Not going for a cover in the last minutes. The first time limit draw of round 2. This was a very exciting match, 97%, but it pisses me off that they didn't look at the clock. Both men are eliminated. What am I supposed to do? I need 32 men on my roster. This leaves an open spot. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this was the first episode of LTV Afterhour. I presented you 6 matches of round 2 of the Lemoncookie Classic, and as you just saw, there was a one-time limit draw. That means that at least one of my 32 roster spots does not get filled, and I have to think about a solution, how to solve this problem. I'll do it in the next week. I will think about this. Next week I will present you 6 more taped matches of the Lemoncookie Classic Tournament, and then we will find out who is in round 3 and who's on my roster. Take care, see you next week, have fun with the Royal Rumble, bye bye.